Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sayagana Raghunatham Tam Tam Sadivam Sadvaitam Savajutam Parijana Sitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sayagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Sa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarupsya Kripa Sindhubhye Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. His Holiness Gopala Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. His Grace Rupa Vilas Prabhuji ki Jai. His Grace Narad Pran Prabhuji ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees. So today,
Lila Manohara Prabhuji ki Jai.
Today we are going to take week number 37. Week number 37 is very important part. It's actually a continuation of week number 36. Probably last week you would have had the class of week number 36. It is based on the Bhagavad Gita text number 9.2. That 9.2, it's the most confidential knowledge which Lord Sri Krishna imparts to Arjuna. When he is imparting to Arjuna, it is not only for Arjuna, it is for all of us. So, in order to impart the knowledge to all of us, he is using Arjuna as a medium. उनके द्वारा हमको शिक्षा देते हैं Lord Sri Krishna. So it's the most confidential knowledge. It's the Raja Vidya, that is king of education. सबसे बहुत बढ़िया है. So it is a very whom Lord Krishna is giving to Arjuna, because Arjuna is his dearmost devotee. He is his disciple. He is his friend. That's why he is imparting this most confidential knowledge. And that knowledge, because Srila Prabhupada has written the Bhagavad Gita as it is, and he has made available in all the 80 odd languages in the world. More than 50 crore Bhagavad Gitas have been distributed by the devotees of ISKCON. So we are also having access to the Bhagavad Gita as it is. As it is means what? There is no reduction, there is no increase. What Lord wanted to tell to Arjuna, the same thing has been explained by Srila Prabhupada as Bhagavad Gita as it is. So he gives the word by word meaning, then translation, then the purport. Purport why he is giving? Because the Sanskrit slokas as it is, our mind, in the Kali Yuga, there is a deterioration. So our knowledge is not capable of understanding the sloka as it is. That is the reason he has made simple for us to understand Bhagavad Gita. So Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita is as it is. There is no plus, there is no minus. What Lord wanted to tell to Arjuna, same thing he has given in the form of juice. Like if suppose you don't like to eat oranges, some child is not willing to eat orange. So what mother does? She makes a juice, puts it in the mixer and makes a nice juice. And then, okay, you drink beta or drink Betty. So immediately the child drinks that joyfully. The same way, we are also able to relish the Bhagavad Gita because Srila Prabhupada has made it like a juice for all of us. So, we will read the chapter. So, it's a continuation of the week 36 goes to week 37 now. Yes, kindly raise the hand and start reading. Yes, Rupankshi Mataji, you may start reading.
Bhakti Vruksa module Srila Prabhupada Ashraya.
Ashraya.
Ashraya. Week number 37, member section, Sri Namamrit, the name of the Christ. The relationship of the names Krishna and the Christ. Srila Prabhupada, what is the meaning of the word Christ? Father Emmanuel, Christ comes from the Greek word Christos, meaning the anointed one. Srila Prabhupada. Christos is the Greek version of the word Krishna. Father Amul, this is very interesting. Srila Prabhupada, when an Indian person calls on Krishna, he often says Krista. Krista is the Sanskrit word meaning attraction. So when we address God as Christ, Krista or Krishna, we indicate the same all-attractive Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Jesus said, Our Father who art in heaven, sanctified by the theme, the name of the God was Krista or Krishna. Do you agree? Father Aminal, I think Jesus, as the Son of God, has revealed to us the actual name of God, Christ. We can call God Father, but if we want to address him by his actual name, we have to say Christ. Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Christ is another way of saying Krista. Krista is another way of pronouncing Krishna, the name of God. Jesus said that one should glorify the name of God. But yesterday I heard one theologian say that God has no name, that we can call him only Father. A son may call his father, Father, but the Father also has a specific name. Similarly, God is the general name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose specific name is Krishna. Therefore, whether you call God Christ, Krista, or Krishna, ultimately you are addressing the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. Father Emmanuel. Yes, if we speak of God's actual name, then we must say Christos. In our religion, we have the Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. We believe we can know the name of God only by revelation from the Son of God. Jesus Christ revealed the name of the Father, and therefore we take the name Christ as a revealed name of God. Srila Prabhupada, actually it doesn't matter Krishna or Christ, the name is the same. The main point is to follow the injunctions of the Vedic scriptures that recommend chanting the name of God in this age, the science of self-realization.
Yes, it's a very important point that God has a name. God has a form. God has like us, God, but only difference is we are having material eyes, material ears, but God has a divya. Everything is divya, transcendental. So God has a body, God has eyes, God has ears, nose, everything. And another major difference is we can only eat with mouth, see with eyes, hear with the ear. But Lord Krishna can do any activity using any part of his body, transcendental body. He can eat with the eyes, he can hear with the mouth, like that. So the transcendental body is much different and our material body is much different. And our body is perishable. It is made of the 5 elements, gross elements and 3 subtle elements. Whereas Lord Krishna's body is completely divine. Purna Divya. It cannot be destroyed. Similarly, our soul, that is, we have a soul which is 1 by 10,000th part of the tip of the hair. On that 10,001 small part, that much is there in the region of our heart, we have soul. That soul is part and parcel of Krishna. And it is same in terms of quality. In terms of quantity, it is totally insignificant. It is like a ocean and a small drop of water. Lord Krishna is like the ocean, and our soul is like a very, very tiny, insignificant drop of water. Chota boond hai, boond, pani ka boond. So, the God has a name. The name is Krishna. When Srila Prabhupada in 1965, he went to America at the age of 69, completed 70 almost. So, within a year, in 1966, he started this International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He made all the people of America, all the people, these various people who are actually violating all the 4 regulatory principles. He brought them to Krishna consciousness by Sankirtan movement. He was doing Kirtan and Kirtan and Kirtan. People got attracted to him and they left one by one. Eating beets, they left it. Smoking, taking drug, illicit sex, everything. The people of America who were called as hippies. The hippies left one by one, joined Prabhupada, and they became hippie to happy. And then Prabhupada, they started working and giving donations to Prabhupada so that he could start the Krishna consciousness movement in a formal way by establishment of ISKCON. When he started ISKCON, his close associates, yes, Mataji, you want to say something? Rupaksha Mataji, you want to say something? Okay. So when he started the ISKCON, there was some suggestion that why not we have International Society for God Consciousness. Then Prabhupada emphatically said, no, God has a name. God is a generic word. Whereas God, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna has name. That is Krishna is his name. So let us call it International Society for Krishna Consciousness. That's how the short form has come as ISKCON. So whether they call it as Christ or Krishna, all are referring to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate personality, that who does not have a beginning, who does not have a end, who does not have a middle. Everything. Sarva Karana Karya. Everything is, he is the cause of all causes. That is Krishna. So that is what in the first paragraph is mentioned. Now we will move forward. Yes. Mataji, you can read, or if anybody else wants to read also, please raise hand, you can read. कोई भी पढ़ सकते हैं. Yes.
Continue.
Yes,
Passage for discussion continued from last week. In the Vedanta Sutra, this is also described in the following word, Prakasha cha karmani abhyasat. Devotional service is so potent that simply by engaging in the activities of devotional service, one becomes enlightened without a doubt. Narad, who happened to be the son of a maidservant, had no education, nor was he born into a high family. But when his mother was engaged in serving great devotees, Narad also became engaged, and sometime, in the absence of his mother, he would serve the great devotees himself.
Now please continue.
Narad personally says, once only by their permission, I took the remnants of their food, and by so doing, all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus, being engaged, I became purified in heart, and at that time, the very nature of the transcendentalist became attractive to me. Bhagavad Gita 1.5.25. Narad tells his disciple Vyasadev that in the previous life, he was engaged as a boy servant of purified devotees during 4 months of their stay, and that he was intimately associating with them. Sometimes those sages left remnants of food on their dishes, and the boy who washed their dishes wanted to taste the remnants. So he asked the great devotees whether he could eat them, and they gave their permission. Narad then ate those remnants and consequently became freed from all sinful reaction. As he went on eating, he gradually became as pure-hearted as the sages, and he gradually developed the same taste. Great devotees relish the taste of unceasing devotional service of the Lord, hearing, chanting, etc. And by developing the same taste, Narad wanted also to hear and chant the glories of the Lord. Thus, by associating with the sages, he developed a great desire for devotional service. Therefore, he quotes from the Vedanta Sutra, Prakasha cha karmani abhyasat. If one is engaged simply in the act of devotional service, everything is revealed to him automatically and he can understand. This is called Prakashaha, directly perceived.
Very good.
Narad
Mataji, you can just wait. We will discuss. See, what is explained in the purport of the 9.2 Bhagavad Gita Sloka by Srila Prabhupada is the story of Sri Narada. Narada Muni is well known to all of us, right? Anybody not knowing Narada Muni is there? Or at least not heard of Narada Muni? Please raise the hand. Anybody who all know Narada Muni, you raise the hand. Who all does not know, you don't raise the hand. Or you can open your mic and tell also. Everybody knows Narada Muni? Heard about Narada Muni? Can we? Yes, Sindhu Mataji, would you like to say something about Narada Muni? What is his qualities?
Narad Muni is a exalted devotee who always takes the name of Narayan.
Right.
And he can move from one world to another world at the speed of his mind.
Very
So
nice.
he is always there for the devotees, and he has done so many good. We can say that he has so many devotees. He has met so many devotees from the those who are like Valmiki and all. They were totally demonic mentality, and he has met them devotees.
Very nice, Mataji. Yes, this is a very important. Narada Muni is the most exalted devotee. He can move with the fraction of a second one world to another. And in all the worlds, he has the access. And he has made everybody as a devotee. If anybody comes in contact with Narada Muni, he will become a pure devotee. Marigari, so many people he has made, Valmiki, and all those people, very nicely he made. And Vyasadeva, for him also, he was a spiritual master, Narada Muni. So, Narada Muni met Vyasadeva in the banks of river Saraswati. And Vyasadeva is the Muni or the saint or sage who has written all the Vedas, all the Puranas, all the Itihasas, all the scriptures were written by Vedavyas. After writing so much of scriptures, whether he was transcendentally happy at that time? Anybody has guessed? Yes or no? He was not transcendentally happy. So when he met Narada Muni, he welcomed him. He paid obeisances. That is a Vaishnava etiquette. Whenever we see any Vaishnava, we have to pay obeisances, greet them, and provide them asam, provide them water, and whatsoever prasadam we can give, offer, we should offer. So all the etiquettes, Vyasadeva himself is a sort of Lord himself. And he is offering all the obeisances and all the welcoming thing to Narada Muni. Then Narada Muni was very happy. Then he was appreciating Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva, you have written wonderfully well all the scriptures. You are great poet. You are great saint. You have written nicely Puranas, Itihas, Vedantas, everything you have written. But when he was asking why he is not happy, he will say that you have not very nicely glorified the Lord. That is why you are not feeling internally blissful or happy. आपके मन पे, आपका हृदय में इतना अच्छे happiness, सुख नहीं फील हो रहा है, क्योंकि आपने लॉर्ड कृष्णा के बारे में ग्लोरीफाई करके उनका कीर्ति को बढ़ाने के लिए स्पेसिफिकली एक्सक्लूसिवली आपने बोला नहीं है, इसलिए you are not feeling happy even though you have done a wonderfully great job. That is why Vedavyas started writing Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the literary incarnation of Lord Shri Krishna. It is full and full the story of various devotees. It is in the form of questions and answers. Various, it's also coming like modern television is there, no? Picture in picture. Like that, there will be a question and answer. First, Parikshit Maharaj, he will be asking to whom? Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadev Goswami, right? They are asking, they are in the conversation, but within that, various conversation. Now, what we are discussing is the conversation between Vedavyas and Narada Muni. So, every day, those who are attending the Bhagavatam class, we are also reciting in this Narada Muni stories, whatever their conversation, couple of slokas we are every day we are reciting. One of the slokas we recite every day, every Bhagavatam class on Thursday is Na yadvachas chitra padam hare yasho jagat pavitram pragranita karhiche tadvayasam tirtam usanti manasa na yatra hamsa nirmanti kushikshaya. The meaning is those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for crows. That Vayasam Tirtham. For the crows, if they go on pilgrimage, it is like that. If any literature which is not glorifying the Lord, if you are going to read the newspapers, various magazines, it is like similar to going for a pilgrimage by crows. Since all perfect persons are inhabitants of transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure there. So, this is told by Narada Muni to Vyasadeva. If you want to derive pleasure in your heart, you have to completely glorify Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we'll move further.
Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mother, we'll continue.
Narad personally says, Narad was actually a son of maidservant. He had no opportunity to go to school. He was simply assisting his mother, and fortunately, his mother rendered some service to the devotees. The child also got the opportunity and simply by association achieved the highest goal of religion, devotional service. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that religious people generally do not know that the highest perfection of religion is the attainment of the stage of devotional service. Generally, the Vedic knowledge is required for the understanding of the path of self-realization. But here, although he was not educated in the Vedic principle, Narad acquired the highest results of Vedic study. This process is so potent that even without performing the religious process regularly, one can be raised to the highest perfection. How is this possible? This is also confirmed in Vedic literature. Acharya one Purusho Veda, one who is in association with great acharyas. Even if he is not educated or has not studied the Vedas, one can become familiar with all the knowledge necessary for realization. The process of devotional...
Okay, please continue. Yeah, one more paragraph you may continue.
The process of devotional service is very happy one. Why? Devotional service consists of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. So one can simply learn here the chanting of the glories of the Lord, or can attend philosophical lectures on transcendental knowledge given by authorized acharyas. Simply by sitting, one can learn. Then one can eat the remnants of the food offered to God, or can attend philosophical lectures or on transcendental knowledge given by authorized acharyas. Simply by sitting, one can learn. Then one can eat the remnants of the food offered to God, nice palatable dishes. In every state, devotional service is joyful. One can execute devotional service even in the most poverty stricken condition. The Lord says, Patram Pushpam Phalam. He is ready to accept from the devotee any kind of offering, never mind what. Even a leaf, a flower, a bit of fruit, or a little water, which are all available in every part of the world, can be offered by any person, regardless of social position, and will be accepted if offered with love.
Very good. So during the conversation between Narada Muni and Vedavyas, Narada Muni also explains about his previous birth. So how, because Vedavyas was very inquisitive to know how he has become so advanced and the top class devotee, because he is the son of Brahma and not like father and mother giving birth to a child, not like that. Lord Krishna, from Lord Krishna, Brahma came, and from Brahma came Narada Muni without the mother. So how he could achieve such a great position? Narada Muni is explaining, this can be done by anybody. This can be achieved by anybody. And he was giving his own example. I was in my previous birth just a child of a maid servant. She did not have any property. She did not have wealth. She did not have beauty. She did not have any other family member, no support. And such a poverty-stricken family, only mother and that too maid servant and his son, poor boy, poor Narada. He was not going to school, educated or anything. He was only assisting his mother. And now Chaturmas is going on now. This is the last month of Chaturmas, that is Kartik month. So some of you may be following the injunctions of the scriptures. That is, in the first month, avoid green leaves. Second month, avoid curd. Third month, avoid milk. Fourth month, avoid urad dal. Like that we follow. And in good old days, for the sannyasis and saints, much more restrictions were there. That means they cannot move from one place, because these months are generally in India, it was a rainy season. So the rainy season, if you are going from place to place, it may affect many other living entities. That's why, not to give trouble to the living entities on the earth, these saints and sages and sannyasis, they were stay put in one place without movement. Normally, they have to move from one place to another. The sannyasis are not supposed to stay put in one place the remaining 8 months. Like Sukdev Goswami, he will not stay in one house beyond the time for milking the cow. And that too, why he used to stay for milking the cow time also? In order to sanctify those Grihasthas. Only for that purpose, he used to stay at that time. And beyond that, he will move from one place to another. So that was the kind of sages and saints, sannyasis, moving from place to place. And in the 4 months of Chaturmas, all the sannyasis, Vedantis, and spiritual gurus, devotees, they used to stay in one place. And during this month, a group of sannyasis, Vedantis, they were staying where this poor Narad boy and his mother were living. And this maid servant mother, she was taking care and doing all the menial services cooking, offering the prasadam, everything she was doing for the sannyasis. Despite her income is very, very low and she was earning very less, but she was able to provide all the prasadam, all the requirements of the Vedantis. A group of devotees were there. So she offered them everything what she could offer, despite her very minimal means, to those sannyasis. And they were very extremely happy. They were blessing. And poor Narada Bhai was also helping them, cleaning the plate, giving the prasada, like a small child running here and there. These Vedantis were treated very nicely by, along with his mother, by poor Narada Bhai also. One day, this Narada Bhai, what was left over by the Vedantis in their plate, he was asking permission. Guru, he takes the obeisances, may I have little what you left in your plate? Can I have this? So they agreed. They gave permission. And then this poor Narad boy, he took that remnants of the prasada left over by the sages. Immediately all his past sins were eradicated. This is one of the three Mahabal. Bhakta Avashesh. Whatever is left over or the remnants of the food or the prasada of great Vaishnava saints. If we get our Guru Maharaj leftover food, then our sins will also get eradicated. It is one of the best way. Association of devotees and washing their feet and taking the remnants. So, taking the remnants, Narada Muni says that I took the remnants after taking the permission. So, this gives a very good lesson for all of us that we cannot, chupke, we cannot eat if some left over. We have to seek the permission in a humble manner. The obeisances, saying, Guruji, may I have the leftover little bit? May I eat? If they say okay, then only we can take. If they do not give permission, then we cannot. So with the permission, then when we take, this becomes a Mahabal and in the spiritual progress. That is how he says, because I took the remnants, I could progress. All my sins were eradicated. Then, not only that, he also did devotional service. What are the most important? There is 9 processes of devotional service. Prahlad Maharaj explains in the 7th canto. And Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. It goes like this, 9 processes. Out of that, most important is Shravanam and Kirtanam. And Narada Muni developed this taste for Shravanam and Kirtanam. He was also hearing every day from those Vedantis. So that also helped him to become the next birth promotion. What promotion? It is like a thousands and millions of time promotion. From poor maidservant's boy, he became the topmost devotee of the Lord in the universe. So he got this promotion. That means because he was doing everything selflessly, he was having complete trust and faith in those Guru. And in order to reach Krishna, we cannot directly go to Krishna. We have to go the medium of Guru. So that also Narada Muni is telling us that he did not go to Krishna directly. He was going through the medium of Guru. Those sages and saints, they gave him the Krishna. They gave him the devotional service. They gave him the Bhakti. They gave him the taste in Krishna consciousness. They gave him the procedures by Shravanam and Kirtanam. So we have to follow from this katha or this story or this episode. What we should learn is that we should also aspire to become like Narada Muni. In one birth only, he could achieve this greatest position. Otherwise, if we are attached to, he was not attached to anything. He was attached only to his Guru, Seva, service to the Guru, service to the devotees. That was his only motive, service to his mother. And his mother is also serving to the devotees and sages. So indirectly, he is directly and indirectly he is giving the service to the sages. If we do that, we can also go to the Goloka in single birth. But if we are attached, like me, we are attached to so many things. Okay, what dress I should wear, what prasadam I should eat. We are giving so much of concentration on this. Whereas Narad Muni was not giving for what he will eat. He was doing the seva only for the Guru, sages. If we are focusing on the Guru and say Vaishnava seva, then we can achieve. But if you are attached to, because in reaching the Goloka, how much mark? Like nowadays in the modern world, people aspire for various higher degrees like MBBS, IIT, IIM, and they go for various entrance exam. CAT is there, NEET is there, JEE is there. So the top class institute, if they want to go, top class branch they want to learn, they take what? 99.99 percentile. The other day, my school headmaster's grandson, his mother shared his scorecard of NEET PG. He has taken All India rank 21. When I saw what is his percentile, 99.99, and then some digits are there. So that means as good as 100 out of 100. All questions were written correctly except one or two. So then also he is trying for his branch, that whether he should go to Delhi or Bombay or some other place like that, he is thinking. So the topmost medical college he wants to join in the country, then that requires 99.999 plus. It is only a material education. But if you want to go to the spiritual world, Goloka, and we want to see face-to-face Krishna, then we require more than that. That means 100 out of 100. Centum, full mark, Purna Sautaka child in Bhakti. So for that, you have to follow what Narada Muni did and what Narada Muni explained to Vyasadeva, that I was a maidservant son. However, I was serving those Vedantis with full heart and soul, body, mind. Everything was put in the seva, service. And Sadhu Sangha, he was in the always association of those sages. And he was taking the remnants of their prasadam with proper permission. So the Vaishnava etiquette that we have to follow that. And then he was concentrating on hearing Krishna Katha. He was glorifying the Lord, hearing and chanting. So if we also follow, then we can also achieve. And the 9th process of devotional service: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. These are the 9 processes. Prahlad Maharaj explains in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 5th chapter, 23rd verse. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is explained that all these stages combined, these 9 processes are combined together. They are called Sthayi Bhav. Sthayi Bhav, or in English, we can say continuous love of Godhead in devotional service. Even if you are concentrating out of the 9, any one service, we can achieve perfection. There are various examples are there. Like Vishnu Smaranam, the best example in this universe is Prahlad Maharaj himself. He was 24, whether he was put in the fire, in the sea, below the elephant, anywhere he was tortured by Hiranyakashipu, he was remembering Krishna, Krishna, Vishnu Smaranam. Always he was saying, my Lord will save me. When he was, he was counted by his father. You are saying, your Lord will save, Lord will save. Where is your Lord? He said, he is there in this pillar also, he is there in the wall, he is there in the floor, he is there in the akash. Everywhere Lord is there. So, in this pillar also is there. Yes, very much there. So in order to prove his words, Lord Narasimhadev appeared from the pillar that my devotee, what he says, should not go waste. Because he was completely surrendered to the Lord. He was 24/7. Every minute, every second, he was thinking about the Lord Krishna or Vishnu. So Vishnu Smaran himself is the best example. Shravanam. Shravanam is hearing. What Bhagavatam? Who was hearing the Bhagavatam? Parikshit Maharaj. He himself is the best example for Shravana. Kirtanam. Sukadeva Goswami Maharaj is explaining. That is also Lord's glories. That's also an example for Kirtanam. So Dasyam, best example is Hanumanji. He was such a faithful servant of Lord Ram that he was doing whatsoever. He was the person who was given the task of finding out Sita. There were 4 parties were there: north, south, east, west. So Lord Ram sent 4 parties. Okay, one party goes this north side, south side, west side, east side lines. But Lord Ram is none other than Lord Krishna. Is one of the avatars. He knew Sita is already there in south side in Sri Lanka. So he knew that it is going to be the success for Hanumanji. However, Lord gives the benefit and blessings to all the people for their effort. He is not like the modern corporate world. They will say, come what will do or die, I want the result. Result only speaks for itself. Is the modern Kali Yuga Dharma. Whereas the spiritual world, the efforts are important. Whether you are doing a book distribution, whether you are doing a seva, whether you are doing cleaning the temple, the effort is important than the final result. Because final result is not in our hand. It is in the hands of Lord Krishna. He wants to give the success to you, he may give you success. He wants to give a failure to you, you may stand like Alok Banerjee Prabhu. He may be trying for 3 hours for distributing a book. He may not be able to sell a single book. But Anupam Prabhu, he may be standing for 10 minutes, and within that he may be able to sell 10 books of Krishna consciousness. So it is not that Anupam Prabhu achieved great thing, Alok Banerjee Prabhu did not achieve. Aisa nahi hai. Both have put their best efforts with the time for selling the book. It's the Lord who distributes the success or failure. But the failure also he gives the full acknowledgement and full credit, because spiritual credit is different from the what is visible to us by the material eyes and things. So probably Alok Prabhuji may get more credit from Krishna than even Anupam Prabhu, because we don't know the spiritual calculation. In spiritual calculation, it is not 1 + 1 is equal to 2, not like that. Spiritual calculation is millions and billions can be made even in 1 or 2. Like the Draupadi, when Draupadi had Akshay Patra, and that Akshay Patra, what was the condition? When the prasadam is there, if she keeps on taking, it will come unlimited quantity. But once it is cleaned, completed, and then kept, then it will not come for that day, then the next day. But when Durvasa Muni came with his 10,000 disciples, that time she was worried. Pandavas have invited. Draupadi was saying, oh, I don't have the food. How can I make for 10,000 Vaishnavas? Otherwise, Durvasa Muni is going to be cursing us. He gets angry within a fraction of a second. So then she was praying Lord Krishna. See, anything and like any miseries, Krishna is there. Any happiness, Krishna is there. So she was the ardent devotee, so she was praying to Lord Krishna. Then he came and he saw very small, tiny particle inside the Akshay Patra. He took it and put it in his mouth. And then he started flourishing, 10,000 people or even more. Not only that, when he got satisfied, his belly got filled in with this tiny particle, all the 10,000 Vaishnavas of the Durvasa Muni's team, they also fully felt that completeness in their stomach. They did not have any hunger. So instead of making embarrassment, they all vanished. From there only they left. They did not come back to the kutir of Pandavas. So that is the greatness of Lord Krishna. So anything, small thing also he gives, he can make 10,000 people fulfill their hunger. So the point is that through any means, that Sravana, Kirtana, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archana, Mandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam, any one process also you can satisfy the Lord. Atma Nivedanam, the best example is Bali Maharaj. He gave everything, all his properties, including his head. The third foot was by Vaman Dev. First 2 foots, he took all the world. And then there was no space, there was no place left. Then Bali Maharaj offered his head for the third step for Vaman Dev. So complete surrender. So all these stages come. So big, very great Vaishnavas can only have, like our Guru Maharaj, such people can only do all the 9 process of devotional service. And all these together, it is Thai Bhav or continuous love of Godhead in devotional service. Beyond these 9 processes also, there are processes of devotional service. They are called Vibhava, Anubhava. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is the father of Srila, our Guru, Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. His father was Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He was a judge in Orissa. And there was a special train from Mayapur. The British government has put a railway line and a railway bogie only for Bhaktivinoda Thakur, because he was living in Mayapur. And from Mayapur, he has to travel to Orissa every day. Mayapur is currently in the Bengal state. So from there to Orissa every day he will go. And he used to work such a long hours in writing books, bhajans, and Vaishnava Seva and everything. He was sleeping only 2.5 hours in a day. Rest of the time, he was completing his work as a judge. That was also, he was number 1. And in all the writing of various books, various Vaishnava bhajan, there also he was number 1. He was also conducting this Bhakti Vruksa model. It started actually from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, Bhakti Vruksa model, 5 devotees, 10 devotees, because the Chand Kasi, he was not allowing for Kirtan, like he was torturing Haridas Thakur. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, okay, if big congregation, if you are not able to do, in one house, 5 devotees, 10 devotees, sit together and chant and recite the glories of the Lord. That is how the Bhakti Vruksa started. In a small circle, sit over there. And then Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he made us a very, very long process. That one small Bhakti Vruksa, then the big Maha Bhakti, then 108 groups, then beyond that Maha group, like that, circle after circle, like that, big circle he was making for glorifying the Lord. So he has told about Anubhava. After Sai Bhava, Vibhava, and Anubhava, in the Anubhava, there are about 13 categories of Anubhava. That is expressing the love of God. Okay. So it includes dancing, rolling on the ground. Those who have come to Vrindavan Yatra, I guess our Siddhu Mataji, you may be remembering, we were all rolling in the Govardhan. I hope you are also rolling. Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
We are rolling, right? This also
Yes.
next month we are going and we'll be rolling on the
We'll be rolling.
On the sand near Govardhan Maharaj.
Govardhan.
Yes. So these are all part of Anubhava. Then singing and jumping, we are doing every time when we assemble, we do singing and jumping, making loud noise, Hari Bol, like that, or various ways glorifying the Lord, and not worried about the other public mundane people's perception or opinion. So in Juhu Beach, today also there was a Sankirtan. Our devotees have gone there. So they won't worry that the beach, what other people are doing. Krishna consciousness movement does not worry about others. We worry about the Lord and how to express our love. So these are all the various processes of devotional service. And this devotional service is, number one, it is very easy to perform. It does not cost your a lot of manual effort or a lot of your resources or a lot of money. All these are not required because you have to provide the love and affection to the Lord. That is devotional service. What Mataji was reading, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. You can provide to the Lord with love, great love. You can give leaf. You can give tulsi leaf. You can give water or juice, whatsoever you have. Suppose if you have a mango, you can give mango juice. If you have an orange, you can give orange juice. If you have pure water, you can give the water. And fruit, any fruit you can offer. There is no restriction for the Lord. Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. What is it to do? With the affectionate way it has to be offered. Right? Like Lord Ram, he was given with affection. Even, what is her name? There were a couple of events in the Ramayana that it was offered with a lot of affection, and the boatman. So he said that, okay, you are also my brother. The Lord will treat him as a brother. So affectionately, if you are going to offer anything. Similarly, in Mahabharata, Vidurani, Vidura's wife, she became very, very overjoyed when Lord came to her home. And what she was having? Banana she was having. So she wanted to offer the banana. So in excitement and ecstasy, she was peeling the banana. And what she wanted to do? Kevat, yes. Okay. So in Ramayana, Kevat, yes. So Vidurani, what she did? She was peeling the banana. She wanted to offer banana with lavanda and throw the peel outside. But in reality, what she did? She threw the banana out and gave the chilka, that is the peel of the banana, to Lord. That if you are there, what you will say? Mataji, आप banana को उधर फेंक दिया और छिलका को मुझे दे रही हैं, ऐसा we will be telling. Because we are all fallen souls. So our vision is very limited. But Lord, He is a Trigal Yani. He knows past, present, future. He is the creator of the world. He is the maintainer of the world. He is all in all. So He did not find any fault in the Vaishnavi, that is Vidurani. He was taking very gladly the peel or the chilka of banana, one after another he was eating. So what the devotional service is all about? Love and service. It is not that what you have given. Oh, I have given a very nice banana. Like that, it need not be. It can be even the chilka, because she was giving unknowingly. Because Vidurvani gave chilka, I will also offer chilka. That is not acceptable. We should not learn in that manner. We should learn what is the central theme. Central theme of that episode or the event is that you have to offer with love, pure love, and full dedication and complete satisfaction of the Lord. So that way it is the devotional service. When you are doing that, you will get joy, and she was overjoyed actually when offering. So same way, we will also be when we are offering to the Lord Bhoga, whether we are offering in the temple or in our home temple or in any other temple, we should feel complete satisfaction and love, and we should feel overjoyed. We should not have a feeling, oh, I have to go to the market tomorrow's what I will offer to the Lord. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to get up early morning, then do chanting, then cooking, then offering. We should not feel that as a activity or work. We should think that it is a service to the Lord. Oh, how fast I can do this, how nice I can do this, how well I can do this. कितने अच्छी तरह हम कर सकते हैं, कितने अच्छा फल हम ले सकते हैं, कौन सा मार्केट में अच्छा मिलता है, कौन सा सीजन में कौन सा फल अच्छा लगता है. So seasonal fruit, it will also be very nice. Whatsoever season, mango season, orange season, or apple season, whichever season is coming, or if some imported, also no problem. Lord, because the entire universe is under the Lord. So whether it is Indian or foreign, it doesn't matter. So what is matter most is the affection, the love, the care with which we are going to offer. How nicely we clean the fruit, how nicely we are cutting the fruit and offering to the Lord. You can offer full fruit also, but when you are at home, you can cut and in a very eatable manner, you can offer to the Lord. Even papayas, any fruit you can offer. There is no restriction at all. So what sum and substance is that we should do devotional service in order to satisfy the Lord. That is very easy to perform. It is not difficult. Hearing the Lord's katha, is it difficult? Or reading the book of Srila Prabhupada, is it difficult? Or what you read, you share with your neighbor, your friend, your children, your spouse. Is it difficult? No. What you hear, you can share. What you read, you can share. When you are sharing with others, your knowledge becomes double. Because reading time once, then sharing time another. So your remembrance will become much easier because you are revising and informing. For example, now when I am narrating to you small incidents, then my memory goes up further. You are hearing, I am reading somewhere and then repeating that. Or I heard from my Shiksha Guru and I am repeating. And what I am repeating from my gurus, then my heart gets cleaned up much little more than what it was. And it is easy to repeat what I am hearing, I am repeating. The same way, the Bhakti Vriksha model is that you will also hear and you will also repeat to other people. And you will also bring more people to the Bhakti Vriksha group. That's the way this Bhakti Vriksha will branching out. How a tree, new branch, new branch, new branch. The same way, this Bhakti Vriksha also new devotee, new devotee, new devotee. We have to make more and more devotees. And they will do devotional service, then they will also follow the footsteps of Narada Muni. That from a maid servant son to a great advanced devotee, topmost devotee. Yes, Mataji, we can further read. Anyone else like to read? Somebody has put something in the chat box. Achha, you are written. Okay. So,
Hare Krishna.
yes,
Shall I
Mataji.
continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. The process of devotional service.
Yes.
The process of devotional service is a very happy one. Why? Devotional service consists of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smarnam. So, one can simply hear the chanting of the glories of the Lord or attend philosophical lectures on transcendental knowledge given by authorized acharyas. Simply by sitting, one can learn, then one can eat the remnants of the food offered to God, nice palatable dishes. In every state, devotional service is joyful. One can execute devotional service even in the most poverty-stricken condition. The Lord says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. He is ready to accept from the devotee any kind of offering, never mind what, even a leaf, a flower, a bit of fruit, or a little water, which are all available in every part of the world, can be offered by any person regardless of social position and will be accepted if offered with love. There are many instances in history. Simply by tasting the tulsi leaf offered to the lotus feet of the Lord, great sages like Sanat Kumara became great devotees. Therefore, the devotional process is very nice and it can be executed in a happy mood. God accepts only the love with which things are offered to Him. It is said here that This devotional service is eternally existing. It is not as the Mayavadi philosophers claim. They sometimes take to so-called devotional service, and as long as they are not liberated, they continue their devotional service. But at the end, when they become liberated, they become one with God. Such temporary time-serving devotional service is not accepted as pure devotional service.
Very nice, Mataji. Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, we have discussed that. And here it is mentioned by Srila Prabhupada that even when the poverty-stricken stage, one can do the devotional service. How one can do the devotional service? Even if they are giving patram, tulsi leaf, or water with love, that is also sufficient. The best example in Srimad Bhagavatam and Vaishnava history is Sudama. All of us must be knowing Sudama. He was a classmate of Lord Shri Krishna in the Gurukul. And so Lord Krishna is full of Aishwarya. Dwarkadish is king of Dwarka, and he had complete 100% of Aishwarya. How was this Mahals in the... He had 16,108 queens in Dwarka. And that many Mahals were there, palaces were there, all with gold, emerald, rubies, pearls, all these precious stones, all these pillars, every bed, each and every items were of gold. Not only that, all the residents, जो उधर रहते थे द्वारका में, वो सबका घर भी महल जैसा ही था, सब सोने का बना हुआ था. इतना ऐश्वर्य का, he was the tijori, means complete fullness. 6 Aishwaryas were full. He was a Bhagavan, Dwarkadish, Lord Krishna. Whereas Sudama is the iconic poor person, totally poverty-stricken. He could not even have a proper food. Even his wife was not having anything to eat. Children were there. They were also fully hungry. So he decided to go to Dwarka and meet his friend Lord Krishna. When he went, the Dwarpal was there, such a poverty-stricken, all torn dress, जो धोती था, इतना सिलाई गिलाई करके, इतना पुराना गंदा, not ganda, you would have cleaned up, but it was torn and stitched like this, hundreds of stitches. And such a person, he went and told, I am the friend of Lord Krishna. So the Dwarpal did not believe. He went and told, कोई आया है, सुदामा करके बोलता है, आपका दोस्त बोलता है, आपका classmate बोलता है, क्या क्या बोलता है. So Lord immediately came running, even his vastra, sastra, whatever was falling, and he came and he was hugging with so much love to Sudama. Then he took him and he treated like the best guest. He was doing washing his feet first. Then he was inquiring. Then Sudama, while going in the Indian culture, हमारा Vedic culture, किसी को घर पे जाके मिलना है, कुछ ना कुछ लेके जाना है, बराबर? हम फल लेके जाते हैं और कुछ तो उनके लिए लेके जाते हैं, कुछ आर्टिकल, कुछ वैल्यूएबल, कुछ प्रेजेंट्स और गिफ्ट, जो भी बोलते हैं हम लेके जाते हैं. So he also wanted to follow Sudama, हमारा वैदिक कल्चर के अनुसार, बट उनके पास कुछ है ही नहीं था घर पे लेके जाने के लिए. देन आजू बाजू में लेके कुछ पफ्ड राइस वो लेके, वो भी एक छोटा कपड़ा में बांधा, वो कपड़ा भी सिलाई हुआ था, इतना अच्छा नया कपड़ा तो है ही नहीं, उसमें लेके उधर जाने के बाद उनका अच्छा नहीं लगा. कैसा मैं वो, ये तो इतना भगवान है, ऐश्वर्य का साक्षात ऐश्वर्य ही है, उनके पास जाके मैं एक पुरानी और सिलाई हुई कपड़े का अंदर रखा है वो भी पॉपुलर राइस है, वो पॉपुलर राइस भी आजू बाजू में लिया है, वो भी नया करके नहीं है, ऐसा दूं करके वो आपसे सोच के। और भगवान देखा, अरे क्या रखे हो यार दोस्त, क्या रखे हो, हाथ में कुछ तो रखा है। सो ही टुक अवे एंड ही स्टार्टेड ईटिंग वन बाय वन बिकॉज सुदामा ब्रॉट विथ लव, अफेक्शन, केयर, उनके ऊपर मर्यादा था, उनके ऊपर बहुत भक्ति था, उनके ऊपर बहुत प्यार था। इसके वजह से भगवान उसको ग्रहण किया। और इतना पॉवर्टी में भी दिस इज प्रूव्स दैट वन कैन डू डिवोशनल सर्विस with love and care, love and affection. Then as he eats this puffed rice, where he was coming from the kutir, hut, इतना छोटी छोटी था, वो सब by the time महल बन रहा है। इधर भगवान खा रहे हैं और उधर महल ऑटोमेटिकली बन रहा है। और सुदामा did not ask a single word, मुझे ये चाहिए वो चाहिए, इतना फुल ऐश्वर्य है भगवान के पास, कुछ भी पूछेगा तो दे देगा, मालूम है, बिकॉज उनका दोस्ती इतना क्लोज दोस्ती है। उसके बाद भी वो पूछा ही नहीं है, कुछ चाहिए नहीं, कुछ नहीं, वैसा ही गए। सो what we should learn, but when he went there, he could not recognize where is my home, where is my home is not there, like that he is searching and पूरा gold महल हो गया सब कुछ, and his wife has become beautiful and all the ornaments were there, children were become very flamboyant children and with nice silky dresses and ornaments. So what, even if you are doing very little service with love and affection, God returns with multiple times, manifold, millions and billions of times more than that when you are doing without expectation. But if we are going to do with expectation, oh, I will provide 1 apple today, tomorrow हमारा घर पे 100 apple मिल जाएगा. If you are expecting that, you will get 0 apple. You will not get. But pure love in the heart, if you really give that, I want to give whatever best I have to offer, I want to offer to the Lord. Then without expectation, if you do that, without your knowledge, Lord will sanction then multiple types of benefits in various forms in this world and in the next world. So we have to learn that our means, our ability, our financial status, our whatsoever capacity is not a constraint. If my capacity is only I can offer to the Lord the foodstuffs worth only 10 rupees, let us say, then I can provide 10 rupees worth, but Lord will provide 10 millions. But if my capacity is 12 million, and if I provide the same 10 rupees, then God is going to ignore me, because I am not doing with the as per my capacity. It has to be one's own capacity. You need not tell to anybody, but you assess your own capacity, and according to your capacity, you should do the best. That is what that means. That poverty-stricken also can do devotional service. Does not mean that God will accept any small thing from anybody. No. God will accept small thing from the small person, and according to the ability one has to do. It's not that God is demanding anything. No. It's like when you are buying a chocolate, a full packet, 100 chocolates, and offering to your 10-year-old daughter. So you are not expecting that daughter will give out of the 100 chocolates, 5 chocolates, she will give 10 chocolates. No. You are saying, no, I don't want chocolate. Betty, aap hi khao. Every day, don't eat so much of chocolate. Every day, 1 or 2. And if you want, you can take to your school, give it to your friend. You can give it to your neighbor, so that the good habits are inculcated. Okay. Even though ISKCON is not recommending chocolates, so I'm just giving as an example, because for the children, generally people give a chocolate, but in this, you need not follow the same thing. because because their cocoa is not a recommended product for the Krishna consciousness. So it's not highly recommended, but only for this example you take it. So you are inculcating a good habit, but the child what he says, Papa, you brought 100 chocolate to me. At least you take 5 chocolates for my happiness. I want you to see smile. So please take it. Then you are taking the chocolate, at least 1 out of that 5, taking and putting in your mouth, just to make your daughter happy, not for enjoying or relishing the chocolate. The same way Lord accepts, since you are giving with love and affection, he accepts. He does not see whether it was provided by him only you are returning, or whether you are giving a small quantity or big quantity. The God does not differentiate at all. He is assessing your love and affection, care for him. Yes, he is my child. He is treating me like a father, loving father. So I should accept it. So that is the way devotional service has to be executed. So devotional service, various methods of devotional services are there. Hearing his glories is also a devotional service. Speaking about Lord's form is also how nice is, if you go to the temple and see how nice his lotus feet, how nice, like this month Kartik, when we are doing the Deep Dan, when we do the Deep Dan, they say, oh, first offering the Deep to lotus feet, and then to navel. Oh, how nice the lotus navel. And then how nice his face, beautiful moon-like face. And then the full body. When we are in our mind, when we are glorifying the beauty of the Lord, that is also a devotional service. So that is how Prabhupada writes that it is very simple. And not only simple, it is joyful. When we are doing the Deep Dan, even though this deep is very, the Lord's eyes are suns and moons, such a bright, and on that this small lamp is like a tiny, like a ocean and drop of water. The same way our deep is such a tiny one, but still Lord gives the importance. Like the squirrel, they put a small for the Ram Setu, they put a very tiny stone or even a grain of sand, but Lord affectionately acknowledged the squirrel seva also. He appreciated them also. Vanara Sena, whatever they were willing to fight for Ram, that also Lord appreciated. Lord was reciprocating his love, Lord Ram. The same way, whatsoever we are going to do the seva, Lord is going to appreciate, acknowledge, and reward abundantly. So we should do without expectation, without any expectation from the Lord. It is not like when we are going to a marriage house, so we offer, say, a gift worth of 10,000 rupees. Then we will say, expect, oh, tomorrow my son's wedding will come. So that day, so that Mataji will give another 10,000 rupees worth of gift. That is a pure business, like that expectation, material expectation. And some people, what they do, they keep writing a notebook. Yes, this gift has come. This gift has been given by Rupangshi Sharma Mataji. This is given by Sundar Trivedi Mataji. This is given by Barnali Maulik Mataji. This is given by Kajal Mataji. This is given by Alok Prabhuji, Anupam Prabhuji, Shiv Kumar Puri Prabhuji. ऐसा लिख के रखते हैं. That is not love and affection. That is a commercial business. That is not expected from Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas should do for Lord also, even for Vaishnava Seva also. You have to do as per your capacity and forget. You should not expect. Suppose Sindhu Trivedi Mataji is giving a gift to Rupangshi Sharma Mataji worth of, say, 50,000 rupees. She should not expect even 5 rupees from Rupangshi Sharma Mataji. She should give, okay, she is a Vaishnava, she is doing nice seva, so I am giving this gift in appreciation of her seva. And that is it. Then the Lord himself may give. Okay, the Lord is happy when Lord's devotees are made happy. So that is the way Vaishnavas should not expect, and they should give the seva to Lord, his devotees, sages, brahmanas, saints, for everybody as per our capacity. Sometimes in the kind also you can do, sometimes you can do in the form of Lakshmi also. Like ISKCON also various festivals are there. We can offer Annadan, Sadhu Bhojan, so many opportunities are given. Even Janmashtami, Ramnavami, Ekadashi, so many ways we can this and temple construction like Kargar temple. So if we offer some assistance or donation, the Lord will reward us. Lord will be happy. Basically, we are not doing it for the reward. We are going to please the Lord. Lord and his devotees. These devotees also will get pleased when you are going to offer the seva in any form. And like the other day, Gokulesha Prabhu was saying that not only you have to do that, Lakshmi, even sometimes you can give an umbrella during the rainy season to a Vaishnava. You can give a chappal in the, for their use. You can give a anything, whatsoever, food items, whatsoever is there, you can provide. So that is also seva. Cash or kind, dress also you can give. You can give a chanting bag, you can give malas, you can give some books for reading, Prabhupada book. All these things are coming under Vaishnava Seva. So we have to do the devotional service in various forms without any expectation and in a simple manner. At the same time, it should be as per our capacity. Yes, another few paragraphs are there. Kindly read.
Bhakti Vriksha module, Srila Prabhu.
Please go ahead.
Actual devotional service continues even after liberation. When the devotee goes to the spiritual planet in the kingdom of God, he is also engaged there in serving the Supreme Lord. He does not try to become one with the Supreme Lord. As it will be seen, actual devotional service begins after liberation. So in Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Brahma Bhuta. After being liberated or being situated in the Brahman position, one's devotional service begins. By executing devotional service, one can understand the Supreme Lord. No one can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead by executing Karma Yoga, Gyan, or Ashtanga Yoga, or any other yoga independently. Without coming to the stage of devotional service, one cannot understand what is the personality of Godhead. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is confirmed that one can becomes purified by executing the process of devotional service, especially by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita from realized soul. Then he can understand the science of Krishna or the science of God. Even Prashna Manaso Bhagavad Bhakti Yogatah. When one's heart is cleared of all nonsense, then one can understand what God is. Thus, the process of devotional service of Krishna consciousness is the king of all education and the king of all confidential knowledge. It is the purest form of religion and it can be executed joyfully without difficulty. Therefore, one should adopt it. Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 9, text number.
Text number 2. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Is a text number 2. Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. That is the Bhagavad Gita Sloka, chapter 9, text number 2, 9.2. Is the most confidential knowledge. That is devotional service. That is the most confidential knowledge. It is a Raja Vidya, that is king of education. That is what we have discussed today. We have the most confidential king of education we were discussing today. Such a nice chapter. And we are all blessed, whatever 8, 9 people are there. So some more people are also there. All are blessed to discuss this chapter. And Prabhupada always tells about the Mayavadis and how one should not be a Mayavadi or not follow. Mayavadi means they say that you are also God, I am also God. So now we will be in the material world. We are here to do devotional service. But once we are merging with the God, then we become God. We need not do anything. That is the Mayavadi philosophy, which is totally incorrect, totally absurd. Our devotional service is eternal because we are part and parcel of the Lord in the past, present, and in the future also. We never merge into with the Lord. We don't become one with the Lord. Our soul remains independent. But what will be the form we will be taking after going to the Goloka is, it will be a transcendental form, Divya form. It is unperishable form. And in the Goloka also, Lord Brahma says in his Brahma Sagita, there also what will happen? Katha, Ganam, Natyam, Gamanam Api, Vamsi Priya Sakhi. There also Katha will be going on, Ganam will be going on, Natyam will be going on. Everything, all the devotional service will be going on in the Goloka also. Not only in this world. What we are doing now, chanting, doing kirtan, hearing katha, all these things are like a trail. It's like a preparation for the future. And if you do the preparation very nicely, then when the actual place, actual happiness, without any material miseries, will be there in the Goloka. So that time, we will have only bliss. There is no, Vaikuntha means what? Kunta is anxiety. Vaikuntha means no anxiety. If we go to Vaikuntha or Goloka, it is more or less one and the same. And we will never have any anxiety. Today, we will have an anxiety. Matajis will have anxiety. Tomorrow morning, what should I make for morning boga? क्या खरीदो, क्या रखो, क्या कभी कैसा करो. अगर बच्चे को स्कूल में भेजना है तो वो उसको क्या है tomorrow, whether he has done the homework, not homework. Tomorrow the Sunday, okay, Monday, whether homework, अभी एग्जामिनेशन आने वाली है, कैसा करेंगे, मिड टर्म एग्जामिनेशन, कैसा मार्क, क्या मार्क, उसका नंबर कैसा मिलेगा, वो टीचर से क्या मिला के उसका और 2 नंबर बढ़ाने के लिए क्या कोशिश करो. ऐसा आपको हमेशा मेटीरियल चिंता रहती है. बट विच इज नॉट देयर इन द गोलोका. नो वन हैज एनी प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल. नो एंजाइटी. देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. You are always smiling and happy, just like Mulraj Trivedi Prabhuji is happy and smiling now. So in the Goloka, it is a permanent smile, permanent happiness, permanent bliss. So all that we have to do is that devotional service we have to do in this service. The 9 processes are there. Whatever process we want to take, we can choose that path and have a guru, which is very important. Follow all the 4 regulative principles and eat only prasadam after offering to the Lord. Follow Ekadashi Vrata. To the extent possible, all the festival time also, whatever our ISKCON or the scriptures prescribe the fasting, like mainly for appearance day and disappearance day of Mahabhagavatas, half a day fasting generally happens. So if we follow all these scriptures, it will help you to improve the bhakti day by day. There are certain things according to the age, or if somebody is sick due to some medicine and all, it may not allow you to do the fasting. So it's such thing, Lord also takes a practical view that very small children or very old people, if they are not able to do, there is no problem. But there is a compensating thing. They can have Vishnu Smaranam 24/7. Whether you are sick, in the bed or old age, there is nothing prevents you from remembering the Lord, even if you are not fasting. There is no prevention for your chanting. There is no prevention for your archanam, vandanam. All these things you can do. You can sit in the bed also and sing the Damodara Ashtaka. Yes or no? Even if you cannot walk somewhere in the old age, you can sing. So that is whatever according to our best ability. We have to love the Lord and express our love by way of singing, glorifying, reading, and giving Vaishnava Seva. So with this, we will go to the question and answer. I think we have about 13 minutes. Let's try our best to complete the question answer and rest. Yes, discovery. Discovery and then 4 questions are there. Yes, Mataji. Kindly read.
Discovery. Question number 1. Which is the most potent way to gain enlightenment?
Yes.
So eating the remnants of.
Yes, very nice. That what Narada Muni did, right? Okay, understanding?
Through number 1. Through the example of Narad, explain how can we gain spiritual enlightenment?
Yes.
By the association
Yes.
of the great sages and follow the what acharyas have given us in the scripture. Follow the footsteps of the acharyas.
Acharyas. And hearing and chanting. Kirtanam, Saravanam. Okay, the next question.
Question number 2. How is devotional service joyful to perform?
Yes, very important.
Glories of the, by simply hearing the glories of the Lord, we can be joyful by chanting and kirtan.
He can always be joyful. Okay,
How
next.
is
Yes.
third? How is devotional service to the Lord eternal?
Yes. How is it eternal? Unlike what Mayavadis believe, that only it is there in this material world. Thereafter, we merge with the Lord and there is no further devotional service. How it is actually eternal?
Actual devotional service continues even after the liberation.
Perfect. Tatha Ganam Natyam Gamanamapi. Even in Goloka, it is always going on. Tatha and Ganam Natyam going on. So it is eternal. Since our birth and beyond, life after life, we can do this devotional service in the eternal manner. And even in the Goloka. Yes. Last question.
Why is performing devotional service so pure?
Yes.
Because when one's heart is cleared of all the nonsense, one can understand what the God is.
Yes.
And the process of devotional service of Krishna consciousness is the king of all education and the king of all confidential knowledge. It is the purest form of religion and can be executed joyfully without difficulty.
Perfect. Perfect. So this is the sum and substance of today's class is this. This is the king of, it is the king of the process of devotional service of Krishna consciousness is the king of all education and king of all confidential knowledge. It is the purest form of religion and it can be executed joyfully without difficulty. Therefore, all of us should adopt and get benefited. So this is the main crux of today's lesson. Yes, now application.
Which aspect or aspects of devotional service do you enjoy doing the most? Do you find difficulty in rendering any part of devotional service? Chanting or kirtan?
So this application can be different for different devotees, not necessarily a same answer for everybody. Okay, which aspect you enjoy the most? Somebody may be enjoying kirtan as the most. Somebody may be enjoying chanting as the most. Somebody may be enjoying reading as the most. Somebody may be enjoying the Vaishnava Seva. Say in our group, if you take our Atichandra Prabhu, he always arranges various yatras, various programs, and does all the seva related to that, right from planning day by day, what all the small, right from small things, buses, कहाँ रुकेंगे, कहाँ लोड करेंगे, कहाँ अनलोड करेंगे, कौन सा आश्रम में रुकेंगे, कितने दिन रुकेंगे, कभी वेकेट करेंगे, and कितना चार्ज करेंगे, कितना, all this meticulous planning and execution of Vaishnava Seva. So he enjoys most. And Harisanarada Prabhu, he enjoys the big, other temple, be it Virar temple or some, Pune temple, कहाँ जाके कहाँ सेवा ले सकते हैं, or Bristow, so or Vada, So, or congregation, Marathi congregation. So he does a different way of enjoying different type of devotional service. That is also a Vaishnava Seva. It's also a Seva to the Lord. And do we find any difficulty in rendering any part of? Sometimes they may come with some difficulty. Okay, they may not get the right kind of preachers sometimes, right kind of pricing sometimes. So some difficulty might come. Sometimes some cancellation of the train happens, then there will be difficulty in sending the devotees next train. Or the train is delayed by 5 hours, so their plan will go haywire, but we have to put an alternate road. So like this. So Mataji, you can tell what is your you enjoy most.
Chanting Prabhuji.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And
और
then
kirtan.
what difficulty you encounter sometimes?
रीडिंग में प्रभुजी थोड़ा हो जाता है कई बार रीडिंग करते करते थोड़ा वो लगने लगता है एक टाइम के बाद ना तो उसको एनहांस करना भी
Okay, so it can be different for different devotee. Anybody else would like
और
to
प्रभु
share
मैंने
also?
एसोसिएशन वाला मुश्किल हो रखा है टेंपल जाके सबसे एसोसिएट होना वो वाला भी मेरे लिए डिफिकल्ट है
Okay. So Mulraj Prabhu, you want to share anything of your what you like most?
I do everything little everything. So
Little.
overall, I'm happy with all the Krishna. Anything with Krishna, I'm happy with. I
Very,
keep it in the center of the world, and my world rolls around it.
very nice. And you are also giving a great support to Sindhu Mataji. That is also a great seva, Krishna seva and Krishna seva. And the spouse is giving support. That is also a great seva. And 50% of whatever benefits accrue to Sindhu Mataji will also flow to you. Yes. Now the last paragraph. Mulraj Prabhu, would you like to read?
Preaching is the essence. The secret of success is spreading Krishna consciousness. Is faith in the order of Guru and Krishna. Believing in the word of his spiritual master, he, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, introduced the Sankirtan movement, just as the present Krishna consciousness movement was started with belief in the words of our spiritual master. He wanted to preach, we believe in his words, and tried somehow or other to fulfill them. And now this movement has become successful all over the world. Therefore, faith is the word of the spiritual master, and the spiritual personality of Godhead is, is the secret of success. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never disobeyed the orders of his spiritual master and stopped propagating the Sankirtan movement. He stopped? No, he never started. He continued.
He never. Prabhuji, the never is applicable for both the sentence. Never disobeyed, never stopped. That is the meaning.
Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, at the time of his passing away, ordered all his disciples to work conjointly to preach the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all over the world. Later, however, some self-interested, foolish disciples disobeyed his orders. Each one of them wanted to become head of the mission, and they fought in the courts, neglected the orders of the spiritual master, and the entire mission was defeated. We are not proud of this, however, the truth must be explained. We believe in the words of our spiritual master and started in a humble way, in a helpless way. But due to the spiritual force of the order of the spiritual authority, this movement has become successful.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila 7.95 and 9.
Yes.
So this is written by Srila Prabhupada. How important is to obey the orders of spiritual master. So he is giving the example of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he followed the instruction of his spiritual master. Similarly, he also gives the example of his own example, how Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. He gave two simple directions to Srila Prabhupada. When you get money, print books. When you get money, print books. This one. Second one, you do English preaching in English in the West. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted that this movement will go on for 10,000 years at least, and every nook and corner of the villages and cities, the Sankirtan movement has to be there. So of the world, of not just of India. So that's why, in order to fulfill that mission, Srila Prabhupada was asked by his Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, that go to the West and preach. And when he went to West, there was not a single person known to him. He was having just 40 rupees in his pocket. He got a free ticket from Srimati Sumati Morarji, who was having a shipping company. From Calcutta, he boarded the ship. That was a cargo ship. It was not even a passenger ship. In the cargo ship, and on the way, he got 2 heart attacks. And somehow Lord Krishna was rowing the ship safely, and Prabhupada landed in the city of Boston. And then somehow or other, he got the Sankirtan movement in New York and attracted the people of New York. Then slowly built up temple. During his lifetime of about 11 years, he built more than 108 temples and various namatas and preaching centers. And now it has grown to thousands of temples and thousands of preaching centers across the globe. Almost there is no country which is not having a ISKCON temple. And Sankirtan, book distribution, and everything remains as it was during the Prabhupada time. So, if you are associating in any form of devotional service, it is well and good. And whatever our Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru tells us or expects from us, sometimes they don't even tell, but they expect. So we should understand that what is expectation. So preaching is the movement. Preaching is the essence. So everyone should take up preaching and spreading the mission, passing on to the next generation the Krishna consciousness. So with this, I thank everyone for attending this small description of the best part of our life, that is the king of education, the most confidential knowledge, what Krishna has shared with Arjuna. We have all read today, understood today. The essence is to do devotional service in any form permanently. That is our mission. With this, I thank everybody for hearing, and all the glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Shiksha Gurujis, all glories to all the devotees who attended the class, and also all the glories to all the devotees who did not attend this class but doing some other seva elsewhere. So everyone, we give Hari Bol to everybody. Say Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.